Dear students, this is the second lecture of the carbohydrate series. The second lecture deals with disaccharides. In the first lecture, we have seen in detail about the monosaccharides. These disaccharides are made up of two monosaccharide units. Two monosaccharide molecules are linked together by a glycosidic linkage. When two monosaccharides are linked, the process of condensation takes place and one molecule of water will be lost. So this is how a disaccharide molecule will be formed. So disaccharides are made up of two monosaccharide units which are linked by a glycosidic linkage. Three important disaccharides we are going to deal with: maltose, lactose, and sucrose. Let's see first about maltose. Maltose is a cleavage product of starch. Maltose is a disaccharide which is made up of two glucose units. If you hydrolyze a maltose, the resultant product will be two glucose molecules. Maltose is also a reducing sugar. Maltose is mainly present in the seeds, especially in the sprouting condition. Going to the structure of the maltose, I told maltose is made up of two glucose units. It is linked together. The two glucose units are linked together by a glycosidic linkage. This glycosidic linkage is between the first carbon of the first sugar and the fourth carbon of the second sugar. You all know the first carbon, we call it as the anomeric carbon. We already have seen. So this linkage is formed between the first carbon of the first glucose and the fourth carbon of the second glucose. During this process, one molecule of water will be eliminated. So this we call it as the maltose. If you hydrolyze this maltose, the glycosidic linkage will be cleaved and two monosaccharide glucose will be obtained. The next is sucrose. Sucrose is also called a stable sugar, commonly called a stable sugar, and it is present in abundant in the fruits and vegetables, also in honey. Sucrose is made up of two monosaccharides. One is glucose and another one is fructose. Let's see the structure. So the left hand side, which is deep pink in color, is glucose. On the right hand side, which is orange in color, it is fructose. Glucose and fructose are isomers to each other. So here a glycosidic linkage is formed. This is very important because while dealing with the reducing and non-reducing sugars, I told reducing sugars are sugars with a free aldehyde or ketone group. Non-reducing sugars are sugars that do not have a free aldehyde or ketone group, though, so they cannot act as reducing agents. Here, the aldehyde group of the glucose and the ketone group of fructose are involved in forming the linkage. So the aldehyde group as well as the ketone group is locked. A glycosidic linkage is formed between the glucose and fructose, in which the aldehyde group and the ketone group are locked. Hence, sucrose cannot act as an reducing agent. So sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. If you hydrolyze a sucrose molecule, we get one molecule of glucose and one molecule of fructose. The significance of sucrose is it is a non-reducing sugar. The third disaccharide is lactose. Lactose is commonly called as milk sugar because it is present in the milk of mammals. It is made up of one unit of glucose and one unit of galactose. We all know that glucose and galactose are epimers to each other. C4 epimers. And if you hydrolyze this lactose, it will end in the formation of one molecule of glucose and one molecule of galactose. And this lactose is a reducing sugar. This is the structural part of this galactose, one molecule of glucose, which is given on the right hand side. It is linked with one molecule of galactose through a linkage. First carbon of galactose is linked with the fourth carbon of glucose. So this is with reference to the structure of lactose. We have come to the last part of the lecture, that is the conclusion. Disaccharides are made up of two monosaccharide units. These two monosaccharides are linked together by the glycosidic linkage. Three disaccharides we have discussed. The first one is maltose. Maltose is a disaccharide that is made up of two glucose units. The linkage between these two glucose units is 1,4-glycosidic linkage. That is, the first carbon of the first glucose and the fourth carbon of the second glucose molecule is involved in the formation of the linkage. And this maltose is naturally present in the sprouts. It utilizes this as an energy source for the breaking up and to germinate. Maltose is a reducing sugar. The second disaccharide we have seen is sucrose. Sucrose is abundant in fruits, honey, as well as dates. Sucrose is a disaccharide made up of 1 unit of glucose and 1 unit of fructose. The very important part of sucrose is its non-reducing nature, because the linkage is formed between the aldehyde group of glucose and the ketone group of fructose. A reducing sugar is a one which is having a free aldehyde or ketone group, then only it can act as an reducing agent. Since the aldehyde group and the ketone group are locked or involved in the formation of the glycosidic linkage, sucrose is a non-reducing sugar. The third disaccharide which we have seen was lactose. Lactose is a disaccharide made up of one molecule of galactose and one molecule of glucose. The glycosidic linkage is formed between the carbon number 1 of galactose and carbon number 4 of glucose. If you hydrolyze a lactose molecule, it will give as one molecule of galactose and one molecule of glucose. Lactose is present in the milk of mammals. With that, the disaccharide part is over. We shall see the polysaccharides in the next lecture. Thank you.